He almost made his flight, until a tear-stained girl grabbed his sleeve and whispered, "Please, don't leave me." Tyler Adams froze in the middle of Terminal C. His carry-on slipped off his shoulder as the girl, no older than 7, backed away from him, terrified and alone. Her dress was dirt-smudged, her hair tangled, and every adult she begged for help walked past like she didn't exist. The gate agent called final boarding for Flight 447 to Seattle. His flight. The one he absolutely, desperately, could not miss. He turned toward the gate, then back to the girl. Tyler had been on autopilot since 4 a.m., wake up, shower, triple-check the presentation, kiss his sleeping daughter Chloe on the forehead, leave a note promising he'd be home soon. This meeting could change everything. A promotion. A stable schedule. No more missing soccer games. No more disappointing Chloe. He took one step toward the gate. Then the girl whispered. "They told me not to bother anyone. But I don't know where my mom is." And just like that, he knew he wasn't getting on that plane. 3 years since his wife Sarah died, and he was still trying to figure out how to be both parents at once. The airport was chaos. Security line wrapped around the corner, a delayed train to the terminal, a spilled coffee that nearly ruined his laptop. By the time he reached his gate, they were already calling his boarding group. That's when he saw her. She couldn't have been more than 7 years old, Chloe's age. Tangled dark hair, hollow eyes that had seen too much, and a trembling voice that broke as she tugged on a businessman's sleeve. "Please, sir. My mom is sick. I just need a few dollars for food." The man yanked his arm away without looking down. Tyler checked his watch. 5 minutes until the doors closed. He could make it if he ran. The girl moved to an elderly woman next. "Please, ma'am. Just something small. We haven't eaten since yesterday." The woman clutched her purse tighter and hurried past. Something twisted in Tyler's chest. He thought of Chloe. What if she were alone and scared in a place like this? What if strangers looked right through her? For minutes. He approached the gate agent, boarding pass in hand. But his feet stopped moving. Behind him, the little girl had sunk onto a bench, her small shoulders shaking with silent sobs. No one even glanced her way. Tyler closed his eyes and made his decision. He let the boarding pass fall to his side and walked toward the bench. "Hey there," he said softly, crouching down to her eye level. "Are you okay?" The girl's head snapped up, eyes wide with something between hope and fear. Up close, he could see how thin she was, how her dress hung loose on her small frame. A fading bruise colored her left cheekbone. "I'm fine," she whispered, but her voice cracked on the lie. Behind him, the gate agent made the final call. "This is the last call for Flight 447 to Seattle. The aircraft door is now closing." Tyler didn't turn around. "What's your name?" he asked gently. She hesitated. "Lily." "Lily, I'm Tyler. Where's your mom?" Fresh tears spilled down her cheeks. She's at the hospital. St. Catherine's. She got really sick last night and we were trying to get home but we ran out of money and now they won't let me stay with her and I don't know what to do." The words tumbled out in a desperate rush. Tyler's protective instincts kicked in immediately. "Are you here alone?" She nodded miserably. "The nurse said I had to wait outside because visiting hours were over and I don't have anywhere to go and I'm so hungry and scared in." "It's okay. It's okay." Tyler placed a careful hand on her shoulder. "You're not alone anymore. Let's figure this out together." He guided her to a quieter corner and bought her a sandwich and orange juice from the nearest kiosk. She devoured it like she hadn't eaten in days, which, he suspected, she hadn't. While she ate, he tried to piece together her story. Her mom was a single parent too. They'd been traveling back from visiting Lily's grandmother when her mother collapsed at the airport. An ambulance took her away. In the confusion, Lily got separated from their bags, lost their phone, and had nothing but the clothes on her back. "What's your mom's name?" Tyler asked. "Let me call the hospital." "Rachel. Rachel Martinez." Tyler pulled out his phone and called St. Catherine's. After being transferred 3 times, he finally got through to the right department. Yes, they had a Rachel Martinez admitted last night. Severe case of pneumonia. She'd been asking about her daughter. They'd notified child services, but Tyler's blood ran cold. Child services? Did they pick up her daughter? "No, sir. We were told the child wasn't found at the scene. We assumed she was with family." He looked at Lily, who was watching him with those enormous, frightened eyes. This little girl had been wandering the airport alone for over 12 hours. She could have been taken, hurt, or worse. "I have her daughter," Tyler said firmly. "I'm bringing her to the hospital right now." He hung up and knelt before Lily again. "Okay, sweetheart. We're going to see your mom. She's been so worried about you." For the first time, Lily's face brightened. "Really? She's okay. She's getting better. Come on." They gathered his luggage and headed for the exit. Tyler fired off texts to his boss explaining the emergency, knowing the missed flight meant missing the pitch meeting. Knowing it might cost him the promotion. But as he felt Lily's small hand slip into his, trusting and grateful, he couldn't bring himself to care. Some things were more important than any job. The taxi ride to St. Catherine's took 20 minutes. Lily chattered nervously, telling him about her school, her favorite color, purple, her pet goldfish named Bubbles. Tyler recognized the behavior. Chloe did the same thing when she was anxious, filling silence with words to keep the scary thoughts away. "My daughter is exactly your age," he told her. "She's 7 too. Her name is Chloe." "Does she have a mom?" Lily asked, then immediately looked stricken. "Sorry. That was rude." "It's okay. Her mom passed away a few years ago. So it's just the 2 of us now." Lily was quiet for a moment. Then, "Do you miss her?" "Your wife?" "Every single day." "I bet your daughter is really lucky. You seem like a good dad." Tyler's throat tightened. He didn't feel like a good dad most days. He felt like he was constantly juggling and dropping balls left and right. But maybe showing up mattered more than being perfect. "I try my best," he said. "That's all any of us can do." At the hospital, they navigated through sterile hallways until they found Rachel's room. Through the small window, Tyler could see a woman in her early 30s, pale and hooked up to an 4, staring blankly at the ceiling with hollow, devastated eyes. He knocked gently and opened the door. "Ms. Martinez? I have someone who's been looking for you." Rachel's head turned. When she saw Lily, her face transformed, relief, joy, and anguish all at once. "Lily. Oh my God, Lily." Lily ran to her mother's bedside and they clung to each other, both crying. Tyler stepped back, giving them privacy, feeling his own eyes burn with tears. After a few minutes, Rachel looked up at him. "You brought her back. How did you? Who are you?" "My name is Tyler Adams. I found Lily at the airport. She was asking people for help." Rachel's face crumpled. "I'm so sorry. I tried so hard to keep us together but everything fell apart so fast and I was so sick and scared and," she broke down, holding Lily tighter. Tyler pulled up a chair. "It's okay. She's safe now. That's what matters." Over the next hour, the full story emerged. Rachel was a nurse herself, ironically, but had been working 3 jobs to make ends meet after Lily's father abandoned them. The exhaustion and stress had destroyed her immune system. She'd been on the edge of collapse for weeks but couldn't afford to stop working. The trip to see her mother was supposed to be a brief respite, but instead, it had become a nightmare. I don't know what to do, Rachel admitted quietly, glancing at Lily, who had finally fallen asleep curled against her side. I have no money, no insurance, and a hospital bill I'll never be able to pay. My landlord is already threatening eviction. I'm trying so hard but it's never enough. Tyler heard his own struggles echoed in her words. The impossible balancing act of single parenthood. The guilt and fear and exhaustion. The love that made you keep going even when you wanted to give up. He thought about the promotion he'd just sacrificed. The money that could have made his and Chloe's life easier. Then he looked at this mother and daughter who had nothing but each other. And he made another decision. Over the following weeks, Tyler did what he could. He connected Rachel with social services that could help with her medical bills. He found her information about a free clinic and a local church with a food pantry. His company's HR department pointed him toward emergency assistance funds he hadn't known existed. He also called his boss and explained everything. Surprisingly, they rescheduled the pitch meeting. Even more surprisingly, he nailed it. The promotion came through a month later. But more than that, something shifted in Tyler. He'd spent 3 years so focused on providing for Chloe that he'd forgotten to teach her the most important lesson: kindness matters more than success. The night after helping Lily and Rachel, he'd come home and told Chloe everything. Her eyes had grown wide as she listened. When he finished, she hugged him tight and said, "I'm proud of you, Daddy." Those words meant more than any promotion ever could. 3 months later, Tyler received a letter in the mail. It was from Rachel. She'd found steady work at a hospital with better benefits. Lily was doing well in school. Things were finally looking up. But the last paragraph made him pause. "You taught Lily, and me, that there are still good people in the world. People who help without expecting anything in return. I don't think I believe that anymore. Thank you for reminding us that kindness exists, even from strangers. Especially from strangers. You changed our lives that day. I hope you know that." Tyler folded the letter carefully and tucked it into his desk drawer. That morning at the airport, he thought missing his flight was the worst thing that could happen. Instead, it had been exactly what was meant to happen. Sometimes the most important journey isn't the one you planned. Sometimes it's the one that begins when you put your suitcase down and choose to see the person everyone else is walking past. If you believe in kindness when no one's watching, subscribe for more stories that remind us what really matters.